Oops, sorry. A little bit of a wreck here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Car Reels. My name is Chad, and on today's video, I'm going to be using the race box in my Benz to get some in-car testing. Okay, as you can see, I have my race box mounted to the windshield here, ready to go. As I'm sure you can also tell, it's extremely foggy this morning, and so I will not be doing the testing right now. This fog should burn off in about an hour. So once that happens, then I'll go ahead and get this testing done. But what I want to do in the meantime is I'll get this powered on, go through some settings, and then talk a little bit about the race chip that I've installed. Okay, so here's the race box. Let's go ahead and get it powered on here. As it's powering up, you can see you've got different options. I'm going to go through the settings here in a little bit. But at the top left, you've got your battery life in green, Wi-Fi right next to it. On the top right, that is your reception on your GPS. Now, RaceChip recommends that you have at least 2 bars on the device itself in order to use the GPS in the device. Otherwise, what you're going to need to do is use the external GPS provided with the device. And what you do is basically you're just going to put it somewhere on the exterior of the car. It's got a magnet so that it'll stay fixed to the car, and then you'll just wire it into the back of the device. Fortunately for me, I've got 3 bars here in this location. Okay, so I'm going to go through the settings here in a little bit, but before I do that, I want to go ahead and look at the race chip and kind of go through some of the details about that, the settings on it. Okay, so the race chip is not actually plugged into the ECU underneath the dash. It's actually directly connected to the engine under the hood. So let's pop the hood and take a look. Okay, so I'm not a DIY guy, so I had this professionally installed, and I can't tell you a whole lot about the installation, but I am going to show you where it's installed and then talk about the different settings. So you can see the race chip. I got the GTS Black Series. You can see there, it's got really bad pollen right now. When the car's on, it tells you what settings. You can see that it's got Bluetooth, and that is for the phone app. You can see the power, and then you've just got your minus and plus buttons, so you can change the settings here on the race chip. And then from there, you can just kind of see where it goes, and it's basically plugged into a couple different sensors. Okay, so I'm going to open up the app here for RaceChip, and as you can see, I've got it set to race. That's why it's highlighted in red. But you've got your race, sport, and eco. And as you can imagine, the eco is going to have the smallest change in horsepower and torque, as it is more focused on fuel mileage. And then sport will be kind of your mid-range as far as adding power, horsepower, and torque. And then for the maximum, you want to put it on race, which is going to be rated at about 70 additional horsepower. And that is what I have it currently set to. If you see here at the bottom left, where it looks like a power button, you can click that, and basically it's going to put all of your settings back to stock. Now, the app for the race chip is an additional charge. I think it's like $100 or something like that to get the app. You have to go through a process of connecting it to the device. But as you can imagine, it's so much easier than opening up the hood every time you want to make a change from eco, sport, or race, or even if you want to shut it down, especially if you're going to take it to the dealer for service. If you want to shut it down real quick, you want to be able to do that from the app. So definitely worth the cost in my mind. And real quick, I just want to say, I actually didn't realize how much was involved in this race box. So I'm not going to go through like a review or any kind of in-depth usage of the race box itself. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to use it for the 0 to 60, quarter mile, and then possibly I'll do the braking 70 to 0. But anyways, it's going to take me a little while to learn the race box and learn the settings to where I can tell you more about it. And I'll just do a separate video as far as a review on the race box. But that'll be for another video. Right now, I just want to focus on actually using the race box for the first time and seeing what I can do in the bins with this race chip. All right, so the fog is cleared, and as you can see, it has turned out to be a beautiful day. And so now we're going to do a quick 0 to 60. Got her all cleaned up, ready to go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it got me at 5.15 seconds, 0 to 60. Not sure if you can see that. Definitely want to try that again. Let's spun the tires. Okay, so that time is saying 4.86 seconds. I think I reached the quarter mile before letting up, showing 13.43. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely much happier with that second run of 4.86 seconds, 0 to 60, nearly a second off of the stock 0 to 60. So yeah, real pleased with that. I don't have time to do another run. It took a lot longer for the fog to burn off. So anyways, I'm pleased with that. I got to use the race box. Car did well. I thought it launched pretty good, although there was a tad bit of lag. So I definitely want to try again, see if I can do better. But anyways, that's all I've got for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure and hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.